day at Monklands Hospital, and you've announced that Scottish Labour's new policy is to have an NHS frontline fund. Do you want to tell me a bit more about it?
Well, Pamela, thanks for inviting me to the hospital. Remarkable things in the hospital, and it's important this hospital continues to grow and be successful. It needs more staff. We need £100 million of new investment in an NHS frontline fund, and so that we partly can fund 1,000 extra nurses for Scotland's NHS. There's 146 nurses shortage in Lanarkshire, and the waiting times in Lanarkshire are the worst in Scotland. So there needs to be radical change. So working with you in this campaign to get more investment into Monklands is really very important. I look forward to doing so. Hello, I'm outside the RAH in Paisley along with Gemma Doyle and Douglas Alexander. We've just been in visiting the A&E department, meeting the brilliant staff who are working under such huge pressures. And we're here because our constituents have been in touch with the increasing problems inside the A&E department about so many people not being seen within the target time. And what we discovered today is probably worse than we originally thought. This isn't a Paisley problem, it isn't an RAH problem. SNP government ministers in Edinburgh have known for months about the pressures and the missed targets inside A&E departments across Scotland, and yet they haven't owned up to it and they haven't acted. Today, for the government in Edinburgh to announce that they were going to send in additional support, there is a developing culture of secrecy in Scotland's NHS. David Cameron, for all his faults and for all the way in which they devalue the NHS and the way in which they have that expensive, unneeded reorganisation, at least in England, we know the scale of the problem because there's weekly publication of the A&E figures. Here in Scotland, we have nothing of that type. Government ministers have known for months and they haven't acted. They owe an apology to the thousands of patients and the thousands of staff who have been let down by the system and haven't been given the support that they need. They need to get a grip, they need to apologise and guarantee what's happening inside this A&E department and others across Scotland is never allowed to happen again. Our constituents have been in touch with the increasing problems inside the A&E department about so many people not being seen within the target time. And what we discovered today is probably worse than we originally thought. This isn't a Paisley problem, it isn't an RAH problem. SNP government ministers in Edinburgh have known for months about the pressures and the missed targets inside A&E departments across Scotland.